Welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is July the 21st, 2023, and it's 10 o'clock p.m. I have a special guest with me tonight, and welcome, Jersey girl. Thanks for coming on with me.
Thank you for having me, Donna.
I greatly appreciate you. I love having guests on all the time, and you're not just a special guest. You're like a bonus kid to me, and that means the world. Jersey is one of my Sew It Seems group members, and she's sewing this cheetah up. So I asked her, since Susan's a bit under the weather, if she would come on with me and join me. And we're both at different places on the cheetah. So if you've got any questions along the way, feel free to ask both of us. We're both working this cheetah, and Susan will get caught up with us as soon as she's feeling better. Please keep her in your prayers. This nasty bug has really gotten to her and her husband, and we're asking humbly to please cover them in prayers. So I'm slowing down a little bit with talking tonight. Becca's live ended a little bit earlier, and waiting on our alert to go out so people can hop in, so I won't be going back and repeating everything. I'm going to hit the chat real quick. Living in Greenland. Hello, Katie. Hello to whoever is in here at the moment. Barbara B, hello. Shelley Clark, hello. Diane Constance, good evening from Massachusetts. Gloria Butler, hi Donna. Ying from Northeast Tennessee. I love to see where everyone's from. It kind of warms your heart to see where all we touch. We've got living in Greenland. She's, of course, from Greenland. That's Katie. At Straw House. Hey girl, how are you? She's telling you hi, Jers.
Hey. Hi, Katie. Sorry.
She's one of our Sew It Seems group now. We've pulled little Miss Pat in with us. So as you can see, this is how far 4 weeks of the cheetah has gotten us. I've broke it down into 12 weeks so that we could stretch it out. Not that we needed to, but we wanted it to go really slow paced. That way we can work on our other projects in between instead of 100% FPP all the time. So this is all 4 weeks is finished. Tonight we're on week 5, and from the looks of it, it looks like I'm making a tail. So we'll see how that comes out. I've got my pieces already made. Now it's time to do the assembly, and that generally takes about an hour. And then I've got a box opening or two that we'll wrap up this evening if time allows. Let me see. Barbara B, Missouri here. Ooh, I wonder if she's close to Missouri Star. Ooh. How cool would that be? Shelley Clark, Eastern Washington State. Awesome. I love. Someday I told Joe I would love to get in the car and just drive cross country. Just do little bits all over. Oh, yeah. To hit the highlights, you know? And he's like, well, one day we will. Well, then the kids grew up and had kids. Now we're grandmas and grandpas, and we can't be away as long as we would like. He's going, yeah, we can. Let's do it. We would need to take a whole summer and just travel. So I've got all of my parts made, and this is where we're at on mine right here. I'm starting here and working my way down, and in hopes that this is going to look like a pretty snazzy tail when I'm done. The hardest part, honestly, here, absolutely, was getting the eyes to actually line up exactly the way that I wanted them to. Anybody doing the pattern, I would highly recommend, and it's a tidbit from Teresa Louise from when she's working on her tiger. She laid all of her parts out. Like, you can look here and see where your numbers are to match your colors. But on this one in particular, the way that these colors needed to match up, you know what I mean? I took my parts and I literally sat with them and used colored pencils on them because I really did not want that face messed up. So it was just a little bit of extra work, but the end result, at first, when I said I was going to do this one, I wasn't really sure how I was feeling about it. It was like that half-hearted, well, I'm going to do it. Well, I can honestly say now I'm glad I am because I'm really liking it.
Yeah, it's a really fun pattern.
It is. It challenges you, but yet it's not really hard. It's the angles, and you learn a lot about your FPP. I'll tell you that. Um, hey, Katie, I hope you're feeling better soon. Absolutely. She's been battling pneumonia, I believe it is. So hopefully she's on the mend.
Feel
Patch
better,
straws,
Katie.
yes, on the mend, but it's going so slow. I hope I'll be back to my usual self in another week. Absolutely. Deep breathe in all that good fresh air. Breathe real deep. Just a little over an hour from Missouri. So I would be there every week, buddy, if I was that close. I will be in Missouri in June. And I'm telling you right now, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's one of those states that I want to go to and get it off my bucket list. And that's one of the stores I just, not even to buy or anything, just to look at all of that goodness, because they say her quilts are hanging in the quilt shops, you know? So being a quilt maker, what do you want to do? You want to go look at other people's work.
That's right.
Sojourner Tracy, hello, sweetheart. Welcome. Yeah, if I lived that close, I would be there all the time. Absolutely. So I went ahead and took the liberty tonight to pin a few of my pieces together so that I can streamline it just a little bit. But I wanted to make sure we all go through the little tidbits of, well, this looks like it's going to line up, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these two seams together. But in the end, they end up pulling out jack or they let it ride. I am a firm believer in hit those points, because that's going to tell you everything's going to line up. You lay your fabric down flat as you can get it and then stick another pin in it, or you can clip. Now I've heavily pinned this one strictly because it's got this here white on and I didn't want it to slip or slide while I'm working with it. I want to go there sometime too. Absolutely. It's 1 minute. It's quite an experience. You will enjoy it. I'm thinking of extending my stay a few extra days from when I go to a retreat with tea, just so that I can really enjoy the town and really have the experience of going at my own pace, going down through the stores and things. If I never bought anything, that would be okay with me, because I will have my camera and I'll be, you would think I'm one of those visitors coming to New York City snapping all the shots. I'll be the quilt one. I just love it.
The crazy lady with the camera.
Absolutely. I'll be the crazy lady with the camera any day. So I've got it
So,
under my needle and we're going to get this puppy going. Make sure that you go slow when you're sewing these. It's a journey. It's not a race. Stay true to your black line that's there, and that'll be your saving grace. And if you've pinned it, when you flip your pin over, you're going to see that both sides you're lined up on that black line. I like to back tack in at my junctions strictly because it helps keep everything consistent and lined up for me. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to fold it back and give it a look. See, as you can see, both of my ends are lining up. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull my paper out because now I don't have the need for the paper to be in there. Katie withdrew her comment. Must have been a good one. My papers
Donna,
might not all come out easy tonight because I've got a little nick on my finger. So I've got a Band-Aid on, so I can't really feel all that well in there. So let me see if I can get my snips. That might help.
another cool thing, Donna, with the clips. Like I
Yep.
noticed, for anybody starting the very beginning. So I'm literally putting on the first 5 pieces of the face. I do also when I clip, I kind of do this and open it gently to see
Mhm.
how it aligns, because I stitched it before and it was wonky. And that's when, remember, you told me rip it
Yep.
out. So I had to rip it back out. So
It's
whatever
so much,
technique works.
it's easier to just give it that little gentle fold back first before you
Yeah.
secure it in. Because once you get it locked in there, you're pretty much committed to either a date with Jack or you're just gonna be able to let it go. I can't let stuff go. If I can see it's off, then I want it fixed. So I've
Yeah.
warmed my seam up and I am going to go ahead and use my acorn pin. You'll see me use that pretty much on every seam of all of my projects when I'm working them. It just really helps me to keep it consistent and firm. So I've got it there and you'll see a little bit of dampness on this side, but over the duration of the project, it's going to stay and it's going to dry out and everything's going to be just fine. I'm going to go ahead and leave my pins in place because there's no need for me to pull them out right now. But once I get this piece in, I will pull these pins out. So I've got this and now I'm going to go to, let me see, I've got 58 and 59 according to my pattern. Let me pull it down here. 58 is here. 59 is here. Now I'm going to get 60 and 61 and join those together. So I'll sit all my stuff out of my way and just go ahead and, as you can see, I've already got these pre-pinned as well. I've got little stacks. Some are pre-pinned and some are not. So I'm just double checking myself before I get started. And I got spoiled with using pins. So trust me when I say I'm getting stuck a good bit. So I back tacked it in and I'm just going to go slow so that I can keep this exactly where I need it to be. Double check on the back ends. And then I also just slow and steady. Pull the pins out as you come up on them. Pull the next pin out and go ahead and lock that seam. Think I might have lost my bobbin. So let me give it a look see here before I go any further. Yep, I knew I did. Hitting the wrong spot. Takes a second to get used to where you've got to reach.
And it's
So,
also very important you follow this guide. I noticed sometimes you'll just numbers and think, oh, let me sew 1, 2, 3, 4.
yep.
I just caught myself right now.
And it's really easy to, oh, I got this. No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Got to be careful.
Absolute. Now, how many Volley Craft patterns have you done so far, Jers?
I've done the elephant, and that was super fun. That was like my first actual big FPP project. And from there on, honestly, I just got hooked. I loved it. And the cheetah wasn't my friend at the beginning. I was ready to just be like, okay, I'm done with this.
No, we
And
don't
then I
do
was like,
quitting.
yeah, I was like, no, I gotta finish it.
Yeah, that's how I am.
An FPP.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of once you get it going, everything will be fine. It's just you got to get in the groove. Okay, I've got my bobbin now done. So we'll give this a go again. Make sure I've got it all locked in. Thanks for bearing with me. Normally I check my bobbin before we start, and evidently I was more interested in gabbing. So I'm going to give it a gentle push down. And as you can see right here, I am actually lined up exactly right on my seam lines, right where I need it to be. So I feel pretty confident now at tearing this out. And it'll take me a little bit extra tonight to tear out. Sorry, but bum thumb. I think I've played with fabric so much this week. You know how you get really dry hands? I've got a good crack on that thumb.
Yeah.
So just, like I said, I like to pull them a little bit tighter. Hey, Sassy, welcome, sweetheart. It's good to see ya.
Hey, Sassy.
Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter is in the house. She is so close to 500 subscribers. And if you would ever be so kind as to check her out, Joe's going to be dropping her link momentarily. Give her a look, see if you like the content that she puts out. It would mean everything to her to please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. She does a lot of long arm videos. She does a lot of embroidery videos, and she is phenomenal. And I dearly love her. So now we've got it pretty flat. Give your acorn pin just a little bit of juice and come down your seam. And then you're going to give it a little bit of heat love. Like I said, I love everything to lay flat when I'm working my projects. Now, does that not look stinking cute? Yay. I love how it lines up just perfect, right at the corners. So if you're following the pattern and you're pinning, even when I'm joining two junctions, just because it lines up here on the corners, make sure that if you're joining these little sections, stick a pin in there too. And that's going to also help keep your fabric from shifting. So now I'm to this section to where I can go ahead and I feel confident at joining these guys together. So I'm just going to flip it up, give it a good eyeball, and stick a pin in it. The pin is going to be either your friend or your nightmare, however you want to look at it. I am thankful for the pin. It keeps me straight. And it lines everything up ever so nicely. Hey,
Donna,
Sean, welcome, sweetheart.
do you recommend certain pins for FPP? Because I know certain pins are thick.
I like the thicker hard pins, honestly, for getting into my corners.
Okay.
And it just helps me to keep everything flat.
Okay.
And if I'm using, like, let me use this as the example. Like this pin here, let me lay it flat so you'll be able to see it. It's a flat head. I can sew over it, never hurts my machine or anything. So if I'm doing like a hem or something, that's where I'll use this. But if I go to, like, and I'm being brutally honest, if I go to stick this in my FPP and I go to bend it, this is so thin, it's going to bend. So I just choose to stay away from certain ones. So I use my white head pins basically for my FPP. They're real strong, hard, and it works good for me. So we're lining up and we're getting this one in. And remember, back tack, make sure you're lined up on that true 1/4 inch. Back tack it in and move forward. Stay true right on your black line here. I'll say that a million times tonight. We'll beat it into submission here and lock it in there. Same process, give it a little look-see. And as you can see, they're lined up true, straight along the edges. So I feel confident here as well to go ahead and pull these out. Melody, hello, sweetie. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Sean's welcoming. Thank you, Sean. I was going to tease Sean and say, Sean, this is Jersey. Jersey, this is Sean. But I
Hey, Sean,
didn't.
what up?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Bruh.
So now we'll pull this apart and go ahead and do as you have everywhere else. Just give it a good finger pressing down. And where your fabrics are all lined up in here, it's going to be a little tricky, but once you get it, this seam to open, I always err on finger pressing first. You can use your iron, but I don't want to burn my fingers. So I'd rather just go ahead and go slow and steady, apply the heat and move it along. If it's already finger pressed in place, you should have no issues. Acorn juice.
There's a lot of wiggling with this pattern, I noticed, for certain pieces.
Some of them you've really got to manipulate to get them in place. And if you find it's not working, if you heat up your material, warm it with the iron before you go to sew it in, it's going to line up because your fabric's warm and it's going to give you a little bit more stretch.
Yes, so please don't get frustrated.
No. Good day, Jersey. I knew who it was. We have chatted a bunch through So It Seems in Messenger. I wasn't sure if he would recognize you. Now he's got a face to put with the name.
That's
So
fine.
I'll move that out of the way. I can't wait to do part 3 next week. Awesome. I believe she's talking about her Cotton Cuts interview with Kim Moose. So now we're joining together. And as you can see, sometimes you're going to be sewing these lines like this. Sometimes it's going to come at an angle. So you really need to follow your pattern guide. And if you're unsure of what you need to do, you're going to come over here to this section and it's going to tell you, Mary 58 to 59, then 59 to 60, 60 to 63. So it's basically, I've already read through that. Each time I'm just going to keep going. But what I like to do is piggyback stack. If they're going to join together and I need those seams, I don't want to fool with a big honk of a pattern. So I broke mine down into 2 little stacks to where these turns are, because I can manipulate a little piece a lot better than having that great big piece and trying to get it to come together. So I've got 62 and 63 ready to sew in. Now, are you using a set fabric line or how are you doing yours, babe?
I'm just doing it scrappy. And the colors that I chose are, this is a little preview, give you guys a little.
That is going to be stinking gorgeous.
Yeah, so there's like hot pinks and like, pinks. And yeah, I feel very confident it's going to come out really cute. And
I
I did
believe
the
it
same
is.
with the elephant. And I recommend honestly using your stash or scrap, whatever it is, if you're a first time, because that way you're learning. And I don't know, I was just kind of like OCD. I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a waste of fabric.
Right.
And then I got over it. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, everybody, when they start FPP, they try to cut true to size. And they're going to learn really, really quick that it's more important to just let it go. Cut bigger. Now, as you can see, I had my pins in place here and these lined up. So, Jersey, if you learn nothing else, stick a pin in when you're joining lines like this.
Yes, teacher.
Stick a pin in right at your junctions, and it's going to help you every step of the way.
Gotcha.
Sean, if you can help also promote Stephanie, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. She is teetering at 500, and the goal is hopefully we'll get her over the top I would love to do it in one sitting, but I don't know if that'll happen. And Joe and I, since she's in the chat tonight, we're going to offer up a little giveaway to go along with hers. She's going to be doing one on her channel, but we're going to do a $25 fat quarter shop giveaway when she does her drawing over on her channel as a special blessing from Joe and I.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We just love her, and she's been with us every step of the way, and we've been with her. I think when you hit those milestones, you need to really support each other because they're big milestones.
Yes.
And I love it, love it, love it, love it. So just remember, finger press down. If you could throw it in Discord as well, Sean, that if they're not subscribed to her, to please do. I would humbly appreciate it. I'm sure Sassy will too. I haven't asked her permission, but I believe together we grow, together we sow, and we can do it. Teamwork. We're going to get her there. I'm glad to see her back. Absolutely. Memoirs. You guys are blowing my mind. Girl, we love you. Family takes care of family. And it's just, who does? I don't see it. Where do you see that? Will you be doing the cow? Yes, we're going to be doing the cow. It's on the agenda, and I believe it's going to be in September. But don't hold me to it because we've got a giraffe to do. So I want to, we'll take a poll in the group chat and find out which one they want more. I believe they do want the cow, and that's going to be like a 3-week sew. It's very easy. And then we'll streamline and move forward a little bit quicker.
Yeah. We're gonna do like Noah's Ark. No animals left behind.
Absolutely. There'll be no animals left behind, nor will there be any animals hurt in the making of this quilt. So as you can see right here, this is where I'm going to show you again how to line these up. I like to make sure that I've got my pieces in place. I'm going to hit my corners. Hit this one. Get it as flat as you can. I did the draft. It's super fun. Well, I will do the cow with you guys. Awesome. That'll be fun. You'll love it. Yeah, let me see. I'm lined up there, and I am not lined up here. Let me see. 62 to 63 and sit aside. So let's sit these aside. Move this one out of the way, and it says I have to do it this way. So we'll come back over here and line them up. If I jump out of order, I'll have it all jacked up. And there's a reason when you get to the bigger sections that they want you to do it their way. So pin in place, get those corners. Wiggle it just a little bit to line it up. Take your fingers and get it as flat as you can. Then check at your junctions to make sure you're lined up. And then clip it or pin it. Hello, Mona. Welcome, sweetheart. I'll pop that out. And we're going to tack it in place. Some people will tell you can raise your stitch length and do a basting stitch. If it lines up, go back and re-sew. I'm just one, I'd rather just have a date with Jack than do double sewing.
Oh yeah, no, honey child, no.
So you do what works best for you. I am just living my best life over here, one stitch at a time. So, like I said, before you ever do anything, you just fold them back. And as long as you're clipping and pinning in place, you should really have no issues when it comes time to line them up. Shelly Grimes, hello, sweetie. Hey, peeps, welcome home day. Hope your day was fabulous, fabulous, fabulous with those blessings.
Hello, Jane. I have to do that for days. That's my
Yeah,
girl.
absolutely. We're gonna have to sing that song when this live is over. I don't want to get a strike. Let me get these out of the way. So now what we're gonna do is just pull it taut, do your finger press down, and you'll do this every step of every FPP project that you're doing. I just value the tips of my fingers, and I'm choosing not to get real close with the iron. Hey, Jersey from Day.
Hey,
Hold on 1 second. I've got a special guest. Hold on. Look what she won at the fair.
oh my gosh. That's so cute. What are you gonna name them?
I don't know. Probably Ginger.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
I like it. Ginger.
me kiss. Welcome home, babe. All right, you have, before you drop it straight in, give it like 5 minutes, poke a hole in it, and then go ahead and make sure you don't get that fish water all over my sofa. Or you could wait on me till later. So everything is looking good. It's starting to look like a snazzy old tail, I'll tell you. She's already out of the room to save this fish. So let me see here. Now we're gonna get these 65 to 66. And I've got those pins. And these pins are going to be the death of my little fingers tonight. So we're just gonna, nice Peyton. Thanks, Day. Thanks for dropping the links. Joe's downstairs detained for a few minutes. Pull it tight and finger press it down. Everybody has their own style of teaching or working an FPP pattern. Do you find that if you heat your seams up and you get them as flat as possible, it's easier for you to work a project? Jersey.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I just did that right now with piece, I think 4 and 5. Because sometimes when you just even roll, like fold it over with your hand and kind of rub on it, even with the roller, it doesn't lay out really well. So I noticed with the iron, it flattens it, and sometimes you'll think you're off, but just hit it with the iron first before you go ripping it.
I think just
See?
like you said, heat it
Again,
up.
yeah, I do the clips and I just take a little peek. Look how cute that's coming out.
That is looking darling.
I know that's
I'm
his
loving
ear.
it. That is going to be too stinking cute.
Yeah. Do you wanna trade cheetahs?
I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
Yours is gonna come out neater.
If you would have asked me definitely last week, I'd have said, yep, let's do it.
Hey, I did call dibs on it last week.
Before I put the face together.
Let me see.
I
I
don't
do not
remember. We're going to have to plead the fifth because I don't remember.
Oh, gosh darn it. Okay.
We'll have to wait and see.
I know Day wanted dibs on it because she was like, dang, you called dibs on it. I was like, that's what happens when you don't pay attention.
Yeah, she was busy dropping links.
Yes, she was. Day's the bestest. Oh my gosh. You know. So you want to hear something funny with my cat?
I love funny.
So the other day I was sleeping literally 1 o'clock in the morning. I wake up, I hear tick, 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 tick. I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? I see the cat's going berserkus. I look and Talia, my other cat, she was chasing a mouse. I've been in this house for 3 years, never saw a mouse. So
Because they
Bruno,
took care of business.
yeah, so Bruno, the other cat, the black cat, he's sitting there watching her. I was like, you dummy. I was like, go chase it, kill it, do something with it. And it was funny because the mouse came out. And I jumped on the couch and I'm screaming 1 o'clock in the morning.
I would have been with you, but Joe knows as a fact, I have nothing against going to a hotel. And then he can find us a new house and we'll just move. The mouse can have the house.
But he was so cute. He looks at me and he's like, what is wrong with you? Like, he actually knew that I was scared. He came and he actually sat next to me while Talia was chasing the mouse, which I thought, I've never seen a cat do that. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me the mouse came and sat next to you and I'd be like, peace out. I'm done.
Oh my gosh. I think I would have had police knocking on my door for the screams.
One time a mouse got in our house back when Joe and I were dating. And no, we had just moved in. We were shortly after we had moved in. And we had walked in the house. My daughter, my son, and I, we jumped up on the dining room table. Oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
Yep. So 2 days later, we found a new house and moved. Nope, not gonna happen. Let me see. Do you have to use solid fabrics with FPP? No, you don't.
Oh yeah, no.
Absolutely not. You can use any cotton fabric. Yeah, I'm finding that FPP is easier if you use batiks or solids.
Yeah.
But out of all honesty, as long as it's cotton, I don't see a problem with what you use.
I
Hello,
think
everyone just got home from the bestie's house. Hey, Janine. Shirley, round to it. Hello, girl. How are you?
Hey, Cheech.
So
I think
keep-
Batiks makes it so nice.
that's what I want to do my little hooter in.
Yeah. Your little hooter.
Yeah, I got a little hooter I'm doing for legit.
I'm like, what? What little hooter? Okay.
Yep, I'm doing a little hooter. Little old hoot. And I'm gonna have a blast doing it. I love FPP. Someone tells me they need me to do something. Yeah, I'm all in. On Wednesday, our baby chicks were delivered. Our dog is acting so weird as if they are his babies. How cool is that?
That's cute. Oh my God.
Absolute.
That's adorable.
Love it.
You're gonna be motherly.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, here's where I was going to remember I said I was going to marry 64 to 63, and I kind of jumped a step.
Yeah.
Little did I know until now why it didn't fit, because I
Okay.
had to follow their directions and do 65 into 66 and then join 64, 65, and 66 before I could join them together, but the pattern doesn't read it very well.
Yeah. I agree.
So it's one of those ones, double check, double check.
Yeah, and that's the same thing in the beginning too, Donna. That's what where I was when I got to piece 5.
Yep.
Because I'm like, where's 6? And I thought they didn't have it, but it actually tells you after you sew 5, then you do 7, 8, 9.
Yep.
Yeah, it gets a little tricky.
Yeah, so you really need to read your pattern and do it in the order that they tell you. There's a reason.
And it's this part. I think it's like page 2.
Yep.
This is very important. You can't throw these out.
So let's do trivia. How many in the group enjoy doing FPP? If you do, put a heart. That'll tell me if you like FPP. No, I'm not getting you into an extra one. I'm just checking. This tail is like on fire tonight. It's on point.
Every time you say tail, I'm gonna be like,
Let me see.
tail whipping.
That would be great. Wait a minute. That is great. I won't be able to afford all those kits I want to do. You can buy the patterns and kit them up yourself from your stash. That's
Yes.
the easiest way. Good night, Janine.
Good
I
night,
know
G.
you had a busy day. Let me see.
Yeah, I never buy kits. Whoever asked that, I use my stash. So I totally understand.
Yeah,
Use up your
they're
stash.
expensive,
Yes.
but when you factor in the amount of fabric you're getting, all the shopping's been done. You don't have to wait in line to get everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's brought to your door 9 times out of 10. Then you're paying for a specialty service. But I am learning that I'm enjoying kitting my own stuff. I really am.
I agree.
And in the last couple of weeks, as a lot of us are going down through how many projects do we got at the same time, how many are we doing, whatever the case may be, and you get that tally, it's like, holy moly, I got 17 going at one time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did that even happen? Gloria, awesome. I'm glad you're getting more comfortable with it. I knew you would love it. Learning to like it, day you will fall in love with it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It takes on a whole new meaning.
And the thing about also, Donna, like when you're using your stash, I believe you build up your creativity. You know, it's like, okay, now you're playing around with colors.
Yeah.
You know? And
I
it's
would not hardly use anything unless it was kitted when I first started, because I still struggle with, does this look right? And I have you girls double check me in our own group.
yeah.
I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Now, how cool is this? Is this not looking like a tail?
Oh yeah. That's a whipping tail.
That's a whoosh.
You got
Donna, what starching pen are you using? I'm using the Acorn pen, and I get it from Amazon. And I dearly love it. It's the Easy Press Acorn pen. If anyone's interested in the link, I'll drop the link. I get the pen and the refills. And I'm telling you what, it's a game changer. I've seen some people take their regular starch when they run out of their acorn juice and fill it with that. I'm not, but I've seen it done.
That's smart.
Yeah. So 67 is now going to marry and have a happily ending to 68. And the pieces are getting a little bigger, so I am going to not listen to what the pattern says and do the last 4 and then join them all together. It'll make my life just a little bit simpler. It's an acorn pin. Absolutely. Teresa, hello. Acorn pin made in Canada. Bought me one. Absolutely. I use the acorn pin and dearly love it. The bottle looks different. I love that pin. Had to get a gallon of it. Yeah. I use the slutty. This is how they come. Don't mind, I label everything for when I go to retreat. But this is the precision acorn. This is the pressing pin. And they're so easy. All you do is pop the bottom. Give it a quick fill while I have it out here. And pop your red tip. And give it a little bit of down in. I don't overfill because you've got this nozzle that's going to get down inside and you don't want it to come out all over your table. And now I'm filled up and ready for some more. And they also have the glue pin as well. When I get to do the Volleycraft woofed, it'll come in handy. Absolutely. Definitely. Sassy, the labels are different now. I believe they are green. Yes. Labels are always constantly changing. I don't know if it's their dye lots or what it is. So just finger press them down. Is she still outside? Oh, okay. The kids were watching the fireworks.
Oh, it's occasion.
There'll be fireworks tonight and fireworks tomorrow night to close out our county fair.
Oh, okay.
And I like the ones they put out here because we could sit on our front porch and watch them
Yeah.
versus driving into town and getting stuck in traffic. Now
Yeah.
that's when you know you're old. You enjoy watching them from home.
Well, I don't like going out and watching fireworks. I mean, it depends.
Yeah,
Everybody's
4th of July, we don't go anymore. Our kids take their kids. And that's okay with us. We do the picnic and we do the pool all day. And by nighttime, we sit and have a cup of coffee and watch them on the TV.
Yeah.
We don't have to fight the traffic and we get a really good view. And this is just white on white and you're pinning. So you're still going to see these coming in together. Testing my first bottles for white, now they're green. Absolutely. If I have a disappearing quickly, it's because I'm going walk fairs with my daughter. Okay, honey.
Is that color?
Yeah, I have to order tips all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. It means you're using it. I do want to get Sassy over here. 10 Sisters has these grid projects. And she is an amazing teacher of that. I would love to get her over here one day and just spend some time with us and showing us a pattern. 10 Sisters has some really amazing ones. And I love it. The cheetahs are starting to really take shape. Absolutely. Thank you, Day. It's cooling off now and it's nearly 8. So as you're sewing these along, make sure that you're snipping off all of your strings because you don't want those to get in the way of your projects. And I always snip these little tiny papers because we don't need them anymore. Get all of this fancy paper. If my husband doesn't get my little drop bag hooked to my table like I need, I think I'm going to have a fit. So now we're going to decide on how this is going to go. I've got 70 and 69, 70 and 69. So you've got to watch your angle on this and make sure that when you're checking your pattern, it's showing the scoop is going to go like this. So 67 to 68 is right here, and it's looking a little funny how it's going to sit in. So you're going to wiggle it down. And when we flip this over, you're going to pin here. It's not going to pin all the way over to here. You're going to take this first pin line. So gently slide it over. And what I'm going to do is take this side and pin first and then work my way across. So it's kind of like sewing it in backwards this time, but I want to make sure that everything lines up. Because right here is where some of the tail's going to be. So I want to make sure that curve, this is exactly where it needs to be.
So here's a question for you.
Yep.
So when you're sewing the pieces, like right now, I'm sewing 1 to 5 to 6, right?
Yep.
Does it matter if you sew, because I'm sure somebody has this question, if you sew on 1 or on the 6?
I would sew on 1, but that's just my OCD. I have to go in order.
That's me too. That's what I do.
Yep. Like the pattern will tell you, you can do it either way.
Yeah.
So I've got this pinned in. We are so close tonight.
Oh yeah. Next thing you know, the cheetah will be like, oh.
Do you happen to have your elephant handy that you might be able to show? Or is it put up already?
No, it's in the next room. I can go grab it.
I'm not going to make you run all over, baby. I just thought it would be really cool to show how fabulous it came out.
I can get it. It's not a big deal. It's just not quilted yet.
It doesn't need to be quilted. Now we're going to flip this up. And as you can see, it's lined up right here as well. I'm going to pop these out. Let me see. Somebody's leaving. Let me see. Oops, I meant I can hang. Okay. Mona must be leaving. Good night, Mona. Thanks for hopping in, sweetheart.
Good night, Mona.
So now it's safe for me to go ahead and take out these extra pins that I have in here because now it's all held down. So we're going to fold it in. Then I'm going to lay it over here and then just start the last few iron treatments. Let's say iron treatments. Yeah. Finger press these puppies in and it'll make that seam come to life. I already did subscribe to Stephanie's channel, but good on you, Joe, for the link. Thank you. Oh, Joe, he put that in there for everybody, for anybody that come in late. Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter is a special dear friend of ours, and we're trying to share her channel links tonight in love and support.
Yes,
She's so close to hitting that magic number.
She also does cross stitch. I just found out.
Yes.
So for
I
any
don't
of
have
you
the
cross
eyes
stitch
for
lovers,
it. Cross stitch lovers. Jersey said, check her out. She's
check
got
her out. She's a
tons of
doll.
goodness. Tons and tons of goodness.
So do you think you'll do this again, Donna?
I'm going to do it in browns and earth tones, definitely.
I don't know, but I'm like obsessed with teal colors. And I was like, oh, I could do this again in teal colors. Just love teals and blue.
Right. Oh, yeah, we already said about the embroidery. So now you're going to take this and now you're working with the great big old tail that's going to beat you to death.
Yeah, the whipping tail.
The whipping tail, as Jersey says. Check and make sure that you're all lined up. And like I like to just take it and flip it over and find your starting point. And in place. And it takes that extra couple minutes to pin.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Memoir says, do a close up on how you pin. Okay, Joe's getting me up a little bit closer. Let's see if that'll work. And I'll take out the white pins and I'll show you with a dark one. That'll make it a lot easier. So here's my pin. And what I do is you have this section here. Let me highlight it. Makes it so much easier. Okay, Joe's going to spotlight me for a second so that I can show you this. You're going to pin. Okay, maybe that'll help. Now back up the camera a little bit, Joe. It's real blurry. So what I like to do is on your pattern, you're going to see like this V shape. That'll be clear. Like on your corners. So like, I'm just going to highlight it. So you'll see where the peak is right here. And it's going to be the same on the back end right here. So what I'm going to do is get that pin to go right here in this little dot here and this little dot here. And that when I'm talking about pinning it, I start on my top piece and I stick a pin straight down through at the very tip of that point. Then I'll take it and I'll bring it up through the bottom of the next one. And I will sit and poke that baby all day long until I get it in exactly where I need it to go. Then it's pinned. Then I do the same thing for my next junctions. I get them clipped in nice and tidy. That way they're going to line up. Then I'll wiggle this up because it's really important you stay true to this 1/4 of an inch. Then here on the end, I'm right here where you see this little dot, where this little line is, you're going to get a pin right at that corner. So let me get a pin that you'll be able to see. So you're going to just take your pin and stick it straight through, and it's going to come through just like that. Then you're going to find your corner over here, and you can see it pretty well. And you're just going to stick a pin in it. Finger press all of this to where it's flat. And then you've got it all pinned in place. Then you'll get it over under your needle. Make sure you've got your thread pulled back. I like to line up before I ever do anything. I'm under the needle, so it's safe to pull out, and just give it a little bit so that your machine will come unthreaded, because you don't have a thread cutter on here yet. But we will. And I'm being sassy with the mister. Give me just a minute. If he knew how little it was to thread through that little tiny eye hole. On camera, that. And he's sitting there chuckling. He thinks it's ever so funny. He says, honey, I'll work on that tomorrow for you. Everything away from me. And he sits and giggles. Not a wise man, I'll tell you. Nope. Sorry, guys. It's going to be a couple minutes. Now I get to pull the whole bobbin casing out and redo. But we'll get there tonight, I promise.
We'll get there.
Yeah, but Rome wasn't built in a day.
Bobbins happen.
Yep.
Bobbin mishappens. Get it?
Then you're trying to find it in a dark hole under a table blindly.
That's where you need one of those lights.
Under the
Those,
table.
the ones that stick. You get them from Amazon, and I did that. You put it under the table and just, yeah. I have the same thing with my Juki too.
Excuse me, please. Day's saying, Joe, she's got your back. Let me see. Donna, do a close up of Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Welcome, sweetheart. Because when I pin, they line up on both sides, but somehow they still shift when I sew.
Oh, how am I lining? This is what I do, sassy. So I use clips. I'm a clip girl. Well, actually, I like
Hi.
pins too.
Yeah, I prefer the clips on the larger sections.
So I learned from Donna. So she was a good teacher, very patient. And I do the thing as I clip too. I do a little sneak peek where I open it, make sure it's all lined up before I actually sew. Because I would be like, OMG, what did you do?
Right. And if you're clipping enough, you're going to be able to flip over, and you're still going to be sewing straight on this line as well. It all should line up nice and tidy. Just go slow. And even your fabric on this side and your paper should always line up.
Yes. I like to use clips too for another reason, because I like the sound it makes.
Now, no girl has enough clips. Because I wonder if she's got enough. I need a couple hundred more, babe.
We got to rescue fabric, notions, needles, everything.
So now we open it up before I do anything else to it. And you're going to make sure that you're lined up. If you're not, you're going to have a date with Jack. So I'm lined up here and I'm lined up here. And it's all by the form of pinning or clipping. Okay, Memoirs. Okay, Jersey. How are you lining yours up? Let me see. Donna Lee. her, Dahlia, Joe, I got your back. Friends, I tell you, they'll be the first ones to throw you under the bus and watch the wheels run you over. Yeah. Thanks, Day. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Good night, honey. See you, Kelly. Thanks for hopping in. We appreciate you stopping in with us. I was going to be funny and call Day a suck up to Joe, but that didn't sound right. Sounds like coins. Hi, Karen. How are you, sweetie?
And it could
Welcome.
be coins. They could be like, what are they things that when you're dancing? Cha cha. cha,
I
cha,
got you,
cha.
girl.
What are they called? The
Oh.
maracas? Maracas?
Maracas?
Maracas.
Maracas. So as you can see, I've pulled and wooled on this and my paper is now separating from my fabric, and that's okay because it just means it's going to make it easier to get it off. Finger press, and right here where all of these fabrics lined up, just heat it up. Hey, Day, how'd you fare with the storm yesterday? Maracas, Day says yes.
Karen is saying hi, Donna.
And then final time tonight.
Ooh, who can guess what this is looking like?
Oh my goodness.
What do you think this is?
That is looking fabulous, doll.
I don't know why I do my voice like that sometimes. I do that
Let
with the
me
cat.
do it one more time.
What do you think?
You sound like my Tony. Tony who? Tony the Tiger.
What's the matter with you? I don't sound like Tony. Come on now.
Just a little bit, and I love you for it.
I got an ear and a half a cheek, or an ear and a cheek. That's what it looks like.
I thought you said an ear and a half, and I was like, now come on, I haven't been mean. The teacher hasn't been too mean. Now, where you see this here, this is looks like it's off, but it's really not because this is in your seam allowance.
Yes.
Where it's going to be into the connecting portion of the body. So I think we made a really cute tail. Joe, can you flip me full screen, and that way they can get the shorts down. But that is now officially.
Oh my gosh, that is so adorable.
That way they're getting the whole visual, and there'll be nothing else that comes into the bottom. So I will pin this up here out of my way.
Pin it up and pin it
Stick
good.
a pin in it.
Whip it up. Oh, it's good. You know.
So I've got that up there. Shut my machine off. Flip this around. So, do I? Yes, please. The next week is going to be a very intense week. Just letting you know. This week was an easy week, and this is going to be your project / homework for week 6. All of this here is the gravy part because this is all your background. So that's should already be done. But you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 8 pieces per se to do. But you've got a lot of intricate work to do inside of this. And you're going to have the same in week 7 as well. Day says it looks like a turkey neck.
What?
She's
That looks like a tail. You're killing us, Smalls.
She says my tail's looking like a turkey neck, and I know what she means. For those that don't know, I'm not a good cook by any means.
Oh, dang.
I
You
put
said
my
no.
hand in a turkey and it made me sick to my tummy. And it was all Day's fault because she was busy sewing.
It's your fault, Dave.
I gotta blame her. She's teasing me tonight. Teasing me, I tell you. Let me see. Let me see, Karen, we lucked out with the wind and the rain. Other areas closed down. Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Where's
So I
that at?
can move that iron out of my way. And now I am done with week 6. So I can, week 5, I'm sorry, I can get rid of that mess.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, Speedy Gonzalez.
No, no. We still got a ways to go, my girl. Still got a ways to go. Then I got a special package. My Sew It Seams group and I have been working on Project Dress a Girl. And we've been doing it all year long, per se. I want to say we're into like 6 months of it, to where everybody's either making dresses, sending fabric, doing a portion of the dress and sending it, or whatever the case may be. So we've said, well, I opened my mouth and I committed the Sew It Seams sewing group of mine to 100 dresses this year. And I'm pleased to say I've got tons more dresses that came in today from one of our girls who I shall not mention Dahlia's name. Oops, I'm sorry.
Oops.
Oops, I hate when that happens. But anyway, she mailed these to me and they will be inventoried in the morning. But just to give you a little look, see, it's I am so thankful and blessed. She does so much for our group as a whole.
Yes, she does.
And she is dearly loved by all.
Yes, she is.
So let me have a look, see. This is the way she sends these dresses. And I'm telling you what, she packs them up. Now I am getting thrown under the bus in a good way, babe, in a good way. We're talking good about you, babe. So she's got all the dresses. Let me see. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'll show you a couple. I have some to get in the mail too. Thank you, Shelley. So I have Day because she didn't have labels. I told her, please don't hook the pockets. I'll do those here on my end. So are these not stinking adorable? And she's using ribbon. Now, how cool is this?
Oh, that's adorable.
So I'll just finish out the pocket, put the labels on these in the morning, and they'll be ready to go. Is there a pattern to make them from? Yes, it is McCall 5797. And Day is just like the rest of us. If you wouldn't put your child in it, that tells you, the quality. You want to give it some love.
Absolutely.
So you there's the little straps. These are made from, but is this not stink? I love this print.
Oh,
The
that's
butterfly,
beautiful.
butterfly babies. So I
Lindo.
love that she's got the pockets over. I'm going to pull the pockets now. So I'll have them off for in the morning and I can zip those in. Day, thank you so much for hooking these in for me, babe. And then I'll just leave them stacked and then they'll be ready for packaging. But look at this. Telling
Oh, I
you what,
love
the
that.
girl, I'm telling you, I'm totally scoring. I'm even getting pins in the mail. She loves me. Are these not cute?
That's adorable.
Yeah, some little girl's going to be fighting in the line going, I want that one.
Bless
Look
your
at
hands,
this.
Day.
I'm telling you what, Are they not cute?
Yes, they are.
So you have to buy the pattern. Dahlia. Yeah, it's not $1.99. I believe they found it the other day on Joanne's website.
No, not the website. You have to go into the store.
Do you have a Joanne's in Greenland?
No, I don't think they do.
I have not a clue.
Who's that,
Can I-
Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joanne's, the patterns usually go every 2 weeks. You want to go and check.
Look at this. Is this not stinking adorable?
Oh,
And
Jay, you
she's got
have
the hems
outfit
in.
yourself.
She totally outdid herself. Guess who, Nancy? Hello, sweetheart.
Hi, Nancy.
Oh my holy goodness. Look at this, Prince.
Oh, wow.
Love, love, love. So I will pull these aside.
So, hello, kid.
If I was a little girl, I would call dibs on this one. Just saying. I'd be right up there in the line going, ooh, that not pretty.
I would love to see their faces when they get those dresses. That would be
I
such
wish they would do something like that.
that would be such a blessing.
Yep. So yeah, it has a free download pattern for your dresses. Yeah. I tried to use the pattern from Brody. It was a really nicely done pattern. Day, you really outdid yourself, girl. Thank you.
Seriously, that you're like sunshine.
Day, those fabric choices are awesome. I tell you what, the world is definitely a better place with her. I'm telling you, the little lives that she's touching. So let me pull the pocket. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Oh goodness, I want that one. That's so pretty.
Baby babies.
I know. It's for the little ones.
Okay, we got another one. We got a thumb wrestle for. You ready?
Oh, love it. Those patterns, Day. Good job.
It makes you kind of want to have another baby. No, just kidding. But she's got some good taste.
Yes, she does.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna keep
Is
it
that
going.
not gorgeous?
Yes.
Love, love, love. You're too kind. I'm blushing. LOL. We love you, girl.
Oh, she's
And
so
thank you
humble.
for all of these beautiful pins. I'll get them back to you when I have to like try to figure out yours from mine. Okay, I modified Saya's pattern and made the dresses with a single seam down the back. That makes more sense. There you go. Look at that.
Okay, so that wasn't a cheek. That was the
That was a
first.
band. I knew what it was, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, so
Is that not so pretty?
yeah. It's awesome.
All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I am excited.
Oh my.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's pretty. With the yellow ribbon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Donna, no way. Starting over. Let's just do grands. Absolute. We can spoil them and give them back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a mom in this world today. Well, I mean, like a brand new. I am a mom. I don't want that. Oh, look at this. It looks like lipsticks.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally sassy.
Yeah. That's
Cute.
and look at these darling hymns that she put in. Love, love, love.
Love, love.
Double love.
Love, love, love.
Oh my holy goodness. Okay, let me pull this in. Yay. Day, you did a fabulous job, babe.
Yes, you did.
Look at that.
That's so cute.
Now I get do what, baby? Hello, June. How are you?
Hi, June.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 dresses, Day.
Let's give her a big
Everybody give Day some love, please. So, Joe, can you look at the paper I have in the top of that box there, and that'll tell me how many we have. And then we'll add this 15 to it. You have to move that. Yeah. We're going to get a total. See where we're at with our goal. No, it's inside, babe.
Excuse me, guys. I need a little sip.
I want some of that beautiful fabric too. Absolutely. So let me see. That puts it at with tonight at 65.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I've got like 10 to 15 already cut out ready to sew when we do our next sew party. Yay for the dresses. I'll get these pockets made up and throw them on Living in Greenland. Remember that ship that crashed into my Heartland ship? That same ship has crashed into another ship. Oh my word.
Oh, yeah.
Holy goodness. The most keepsake fabric, 70% off. Fabulous. Joe, could you please sit these, hook them there on the end of the long arm, and then I'll have them off for tomorrow. And I will stack these. All right, baby. You know you're a quilter when you won't throw a bag away, right?
Oh, yeah.
The way we mail so much stuff back and forth to each other. And I've got pins to mail back. Oh, I know. I'll make her stop here when she goes to Carolinas.
Oh, yeah, that's not too far, right?
Yeah. Say, hey, get off this ramp right here. Park in this parking ride and go, and I'll take you to dinner. I like the way I think.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah. And then when they come past your neck of the woods, hop in. In another life, my passion was little girl dresses with English smocks. Ooh, how
Oh,
cool would
that's
that
cute.
be?
Wow.
I dressed my daughter in a few of those and have pictures off to show you one day. She hated it. She loved them at the moment. She's like, why? And I said, my cousin was learning to sew and she wanted to make you pretty little dresses. They
Oh,
looked like the little girls off Little House on the Prairie. I thought it was pretty cool. She didn't find the humor in it.
yeah, all those trends are coming back though.
Yeah, they are.
So
Absolute. Then when Joann's had their great big old sale, you know, the girl couldn't pass it up.
yeah.
So I've never known Joann's to do this. This is the first for me. My fabric evidently is shipping from multiple places. And I don't like it when they cut it into like 1 yard, 2 yard. If I'm ordering a bolt of fabric, I don't
Mm.
like it coming all. So I called our Joann's locally and I was like, why do they do that? She says they ship from everywhere. All you got to do is sew it back together. Well, I'm not buying it all broke up. Why are you shipping it to me all broke up? I don't like it.
Yeah,
But
they
when you're
could send.
buying it, no, is this not the, I couldn't pass it up.
Oh, that's cute.
Perfect for a quilt bag.
Yes.
108. Yeah, I will put that back in the bag because I don't care who, you're going to get dust on stuff. I got a bolt of each of these. And this is what drives me crazy because it was supposed to be a bolt. Look how they sent it. 1 yard cut,
Oh, I hate that. They started doing that
4
since
yard
last year.
cuts, and then the other is over there. I hate that,
Yeah.
you know? And I always put a little note, please ship in the whole unit. Because you never know what size you're gonna want. And I've got 8 yards of this, and the 9th is over there where they cut 1 yard and sent. So
They should email a person and ask because fabric.com used to do that. It's too bad they shut down, but they used to
right.
do that.
I just don't like how they did that. And both these are in the same bag. So why in the world would they want to chop it up to send it to me? I don't understand. But then again, I don't run that company. I'll be like, okay, we need a little sweatshop in here. Come on. Sew it all
Yeah.
back together for me.
It's so they don't leave any like yardages. They just want to
Right.
push it out,
And
which
it's
is
that
wrong.
70% sale, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they still
I'm-
have it. It's $3 a yard. So if anybody's looking, just
You can't go back wrong on it, you know?
beware. Yeah.
But beware, this is going to happen to you. They'll ship it from all over and you'll get little chunks here and there. But I'm thankful for the sale. So with
Absolutely.
all of that being said, we've been on for an hour and a half. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. That's bad though. I wouldn't like that. I don't like it on any level. They're finishing off a bolt. Oh, I get why. I just don't like it. I figure if I'm ordering bolts of fabric, I want them for my shelf. I don't want to have to put them all back together
Yes.
on a bolt, you know, and then find out later on, well, I'm only going to use this little bit. What company? Joann's. Yeah, I ordered probably 30 yards of fabric. And every bit of it except for this red has came in chunks.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
That's why I stopped ordering online from them.
Yeah, I would rather go in the store and buy the bulk. Hey, June, sorry, was researching something. All right, guys. Well, I don't want to keep you much longer tonight. I've got a little in here. Fireworks just ended, and it's been quite the long day. thank you for stopping in. Please don't forget, I have a busy week ahead. I have Sunday, I have, oh my goodness, Leo.
And Ian
Yeah, but what's Leo's last name? Ransom.
Ransom.
And he's going to be talking about his art portraits and telling you about something big that he's got coming. So if you want to join one of his classes, we're lucky enough to be hosting one for him. And Ian will be stopping in as well for just a little bit. And then Monday, Sean, the guy who sews, and I'll be going live at, we got to go live at 7. This will be the last 7 o'clock live that I have. Then Memoirs is going to keep the 7, and I have to do the live because Sean works and we're kicking off a pattern. So catch us on the replay or catch Memoirs on her replay. But either way, I'm doing 7 o'clock Monday night with Sean, the guy who sews, kicking off an amazing fun sew. It's going to run for 1 month. He's going to work his on his channel. I'm going to work mine on mine, and we're going to see how they both turn out with different fabric lines, same pattern. It's going to be cute.
Yeah.
Every girl needs a little doggy, right? So good night, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care. God bless. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.